Pandas. Panda, 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 panda. Good morning, pandas. Oh, welcome to the stream. Happy Monday, everybody. You know you love trading when you get more upset about the weekend and then you can't trade and you actually look forward to the week. Good morning, pandas. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had an amazing weekend. Pandas, I'm just saying this right now. I have a runner from last night, actually from yesterday. The moment the market opened, I saw a nice two-legged pullback right here, and I took it, and ever since then, I've been holding on to this 2-point runner all night. I'm gonna see how high this thing can go today, pandas. Let's see how high this runner can go. Currently, it's around $2,200, and I don't see any reversal signs yet. I'm thinking I'm gonna stop this. So typically, when you do have an uptrend, you have a second chance to get out at a higher high. This trend has not yet broken, so I'm gonna wait for the major trend reversal, break of trend, new high, possibly if it's a lower high, but then if it's a trap, this is typically what will happen. So if the trend does break, I'm gonna look for a new high and then come out at the reversal. That's what I'm waiting for, pandas. I have a measure move going on here. This is definitely the biggest runner I have yet since I started the small account journey. And this is why runners are amazing, because with this one runner, I've already, gained about 20% of my count overnight. I actually slept through this. I scalped, actually. I had 4 contracts traded. I scalped out 2 and then ran the other 2. And I figured that, when I look at the daily, when you see the daily and it looks like this, think about this. If you were in this trade, if you were short here on this two-legged pullback, let me clear it up here. You have this two-legged pullback on the daily. And then when you saw this really quote-unquote bearish bar, it's not that bearish if you think about it, right, Doji? But if you take this bar and you say quote-unquote, this is so bearish, it must go down. You put all your eggs right here at the bottom of this low, 1 tick below this low here. And then you're in this trade. For me, on the daily, I'm considering 10 points to be a appropriate scalp, a proper scalp on the daily. And it goes only 4 points and then reverses. If you were in this short trade, I've been here so many times, so I cannot tell you how accurate this feeling is. Like, I have this feeling, I know exactly what the bears are feeling. I know how bears feel because I'm a panda bear. And so, because of that, since I'm a panda bear, I know exactly the pain right now the bears are feeling here, and they're saying, how could this happen? Look at how bearish this bar is, and we're reversing, and on the other side we have a trap, and this is a daily chart. And so because of that potential trap trade, I decided to hold my trade and thinking that we're not going to come below yesterday's close, but let's see. I want to see the measure move hit. Currently riding this up. The proper way to manage this trade right now is actually to bring your stop 1 tick below here. This is the next major swing low, so we can keep riding this up. But I really don't think we're going to come back down here, but we'll see. I want to hit the measure move. That's my target here. I want to get this measure move hit. Daniel eyes. All right, I reset. Chart isn't on my daily. Let's just reload these. Good old Daniel eyes reminding me to reload my chart. Hey, I just wanted to kind of go over this current trade I'm in. It's currently a $2,000 runner at this point. And I'm like tempted just to come out at 2,000, but another part of me says I'm just going to manage this in a way where I'll typically manage any runner. And so I'm just putting it under every major swing low, and I think this is the next major swing low. I am tempted also to just hold it down here, thinking we're not going to come to hit yesterday's close or Friday's close, and I will come out on a major trend reversal. You know what? I'm going to come out on a major trend reversal. I'm going to see what happens. just because we're so clearly above the 20 EMA right now, I don't really have much fear that we're gonna just shoot down here. If we shoot down, then that's, oh well, that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna lose $2,000 on this trade, but quote unquote lose, right? But yeah, so I really want to come out of the trade on a major trend reversal. That's what I'm waiting for. Just reloading my charts here. Pandas, hey, while the charts reload, let me say good morning to you guys. Hey, it's Monday. First thing you guys do in the week is join this stream, and for that I'm truly grateful. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're finding yourself here. So it's actually an honor, a pleasure, like my pleasure to be able to trade with this community. Good morning, everyone. Good morning from Virginia Beach, Jeff Fox. Good morning, Brandon Jones. Good morning, Pandas. Good morning from Florida. Good morning, Scott from Ohio. RBS, where in the world is Bye Bye Money? I am in the DC area. I'm in the DC Zoo. Phil W, good morning from Toronto. Yeah, hey, let's start off this week green. Let's do it. Let's find this the best setup possible. Good morning, Jason from Texas. Good morning, Nakam. Good morning, Lido. Good morning, Kellyanne. Welcome back, Pandas. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, we got the charts reloaded here. This is currently the 5-minute chart, and as you can see, we've been spike, and channeling. And as long as we're just in this channel, I don't feel any urge to necessarily stop out my runner here. We're focused on 2K chart. I do have a measure move here. Good morning, Steve Y. Let me just get through this list. I want to say good morning to my pandas. It's been an entire weekend and I missed you guys. Good morning, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, get your whiskey ready, Panda. Today's the day. Will it? Hey, I believe. Pandas can dream. Hey, hit that. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you fill out the poll to figure out, to guess what kind of day it will be today. I'm saying if we trap on the daily, this is no bueno for the bears, for Panda Bears. If you're a bear in the market, this is a scary thing to see. Seeing a trap happen above the 20 EMA like this, basically fail breakdown, reversing potential trap. If this trap hits, basically if this goes above yesterday's high, this is why I have my limit here. My limit is, so this blue line is yesterday's or Friday's high, and so I have my limit order here, 10 points above yesterday's high, thinking we'll be able to scalp out on the daily if we do break yesterday's high, creating a trap here. As long as we're in this channel here, I feel safe because typically there is a second chance to get out. Like I said, if there's a major trend reversal, you typically have a higher high before we actually have a reversal. So I'm going to wait for that higher high once the trend breaks, and then I'm going to get out. But right now there's no signs of major trend reversal, so I'm just chilling. I'm vibing here. 300 like goal. Can it be reached, Pandas? Can it be reached? Operator says, let's get that bread today. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Drunk Raccoon. From Harare, but I studied in Cape Town. Yoshiaki, good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Alright, RB and Roy are apparently best friends. I do not know what they're speaking. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, SW Blaze. Welcome back. Good morning, Alex. Glad kick. Good morning, Daniel Eyes. Welcome back, Pandas. Brian Davila, lady, let's get that aim. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Roger Pirates ask, does your daily include the Globex? It does. I don't take breaks. I just make it seamless as possible. Don't forget to reload your indicators. I remember I made a mistake, a big time mistake on that Friday. It was a $400 mistake. Reloading my indicators here. By the way, if you have any indicators, because of the way NinjaTrader renders its candles, and if you have multiple charts, like tabs like I do, you should refresh them every time you move to the tab, back to any tab. I'm gonna reload. I never reloaded the daily, so I hope this doesn't blow up my machine. Oh, that was fast. Alright, I think we're all good. I think we're all refreshed, reloaded. Let's go, baby. Good morning, good morning. Daniel Ice. The reason why it's not traps is because I set my setting to 10 points to be a trap for a successful scalp on the daily. Steve Y says, congrats on that runner. Hey, I still have not reached my target. I'm willing to hold this down here, and so I could potentially still be stopped out here. Let me go. I already reviewed the trade, but I entered right here. You can see exactly where I entered the trade, but at the time it was this two-legged pullback. If you just see this two here, so we have a two-legged pullback here. A, B, C, reversed, and I saw. So this is yesterday's or Friday's low. Or sorry, yeah, Friday's low. And so when it broke below and I saw that it only went about 4 or 5 ticks or 4 or 5 points and reversed, I figured we could potentially trap on the daily, and so that's why I took that trade. And decided to hold this runner overnight. I actually slept through this and slept like a baby because I did not care if if I woke up and it got stopped out or if I woke up and it was a 2,000 point runner like as it is now. So like I said, I'm gonna hold this runner until I see a major trend reversal. And typically you get one chance to get out, one extra chance to get out on a major trend reversal. Kevin Fennell says, get out at 10 points. I didn't say that. I said that Al Brooks typically max on his main trade. So let's say you have a 2-tier trade. If you have the main portion and like a runner, the main portion of the trade, Al Brooks will come out at 10 points max. But he'll keep his runner to however long he thinks it's going to last. Kellyanne says, that is 20% gain on the runner. I wouldn't risk it, but thoughts and prayers. You know, like, you like the number 2,000, but for me, it's more about the price action. If the price action is telling me that this is going to reverse, then I'm going to look for an exit. But right now, the price action is not telling me reversal. The price action is telling me bull trend. Impossible strong bull trend. Market's about to open in 2 minutes here. Daniel, so you're going long at 41.86. I probably will not go long just because I have a position already. I'm just in this runner. But on the daily, I'm just saying if he does poke above this blue line here, this blue line is a daily, which is this top of this wick here, that could potentially trap all these traders down here, and it could be pretty bad. Super salty penis, why not bring your stop higher? So typically how I would manage this trade is I'll just bring it above every single major swing high. This is the last major swing high for me, looking at the price action. But for me, I want to stop this because I think this has great potential to keep going up higher. I'm only going to stop out. I'm going to look for a exit once this has a major trend reversal. For me, I'm willing to lose, what, $2,000. I do not care, to be honest. Like, I don't mind losing all this. It's not just like I'm just, willy just nilly just gonna risk it all, but it's because I'm looking at the price action. And right now the price action is telling me we're in an uptrend. And for me, I don't have any pressure to sell unless I start to see signs of reversal. Imagine if you were trying to go short and you want to see good signs of a major trend reversal, and so that's what I'm looking for. Imagine if you're trying to go short. Right now, like I feel like you feel scared because you're long and you're like, okay, this is all potential profit being lost. But imagine you're trying to go short, and then it's like what you typically look for is major trend reversal. So that's what I'm gonna look for to reverse this trade. But I could be eating crow. We'll see. Also, 20 EMA strong support here. Remember, what happens in major trend reversal? You have a breakdown and typically a new high. And that new high, I'll be looking to. So when I get this first breakup trend, I'm gonna look for a new high and get out. But that's basically what I'm looking for. H4 loss, no H4. Still looking at this chart. Still focusing heavily on the 2K chart here. If this just zooms all the way down and stops me out, then it is what it is, pandas. Like, typically that does not happen. Like, I'm trying to do what's probable, what's typical. Right now we are breaking the trend, and so we're looking for a new high now. 10K, let me look at the 10K chart. 10K chart just triggered. Okay, so if it H4 triggers on the 10K chart, I probably will get out too. Because that could be a strong reversal on the 10K chart. But right now, I don't have much pressure to sell. Pulling this runner until I see clear signs of a reversal. We broke trend now, so we could be looking for the higher high here. But I mean, we're still like clearly above the 20 MA. I'm gonna extend this line so I can see exactly where this profit target is. So this line is created by 2 times the risk. So for swing traders, if you're swing trading, what you would do is you have your entrance here and then your stop loss 1 tick below here, which is exactly what I drew. This tool is called a risk reward tool. And then it'll put it 2x. And so this is the profit target. I'm gonna see how it reacts here, and I'm gonna maybe make a trade, but we're really close to that trap. We're so close to that trap that I think once we hit it, we're gonna go 10 points. In my opinion. Do not copy my trades, by the way. We're reading pure price action here if you're new to the stream. Sorry, we're in the middle of a trade, and so I typically have like an introduction telling you exactly what's going on in the stream. This measure moves being hit, and it's finding resistance, as you can see. What I'm going to do is actually, if this breaks above it, I'm going to keep trailing my stop loss 1 tick under, but I need it to break above. I want to break above first, and I'll start trailing 1 tick under. Because we're at a measure move, like a perfect measure move right there. I drew this line. Give me one more break up, and I'll start trailing this 1 tick below every single candle here. That measure move acting as resistance at the moment. People are taking the profits at the measure move. Still waiting. I would like it to break above the measure move a little bit. And I'm gonna start trailing this. Maybe I'll start trailing it now. Because measure moves are good places of reversals as well. Ooh. Ooh, that measure move. I might take it out here. Let's see. I think the 10K chart. H4 triggered on a 10K chart. That's what happened. Exactly what happened. The H4 on a 10K chart triggered. Spiked down. People took that trade. Alright, I'm going to take my profits here. Thinking the measure move might be the reversal point. If we break below here. I'm still in this trade. Still comfortable here. I missed out on maybe $1, 2, 3, 4, $500, but it was for the potential to come all the way up here, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay risking the 500. But right at that measure move, you saw exactly where that resistance was. And I missed a trade on the 10K chart, the H4. Beautiful H4 on 10K chart. L4 to be technical. Sorry, I'm focused on the charts. You guys can leave questions on the in the chat. I'll try to get to them. I'm just focused here on managing this runner. I'm gonna try to milk this runner as much as I can. I'm still putting under every swing low, major swing low. I would like it to make a new high now. New high would be nice. This is a lower high setup, but look, we're still above the 20 EMA. So I like this this major low or this pivot low because we're still under the 20 EMA. So I feel very protected here. So if it does break below here, I think it's a good place to come out. Because it's under the 20 EMA as well. So if it's like breaking underneath the 20 EMA, also breaking the previous major pivot low, that's kind of like where I'm like, okay, fair enough. We're so close to trapping out on the daily. Measure move. Perfect hit on that measure move. Potential Pikachu here. So this could keep going up. I'm still comfortable here at this pivot low. Once we start breaking above this measure move, I'm going to start trailing my stop loss again. I need a strong break above the measure move, right? In a sense, these are the weak bears coming out. The stronger bears, or the weak bulls are coming out. The stronger bulls are still in. And I want to stay in with the strong bulls. Coming back to that measure move. Roy, hey Panda, I did get out of my comfort zone today and did open my live account. After 1.5 years of paper trading, it is time. Let's go, baby. Hey Roy, I just say, hey, happy trading. Right, trade safe, trade small, in my opinion. Hope we're coming back up to the measure move. If we hit this measure move again, we're gonna break through it. Right, all the weak bulls are out. That's why. And so all the people who are gonna take the profit target, like take their profits right there, they're already out. And so people who are gonna keep their profits beyond this are gonna stay in. So I'm thinking we're breaking through. There we go. Let's go, baby. I'm gonna start trailing this one tick below every candle now. I want it to be higher than that. I would like it higher than that if possible. Could be regretting this, but I can't do that. That's way too low. I'm okay risking this. Get a little bit higher. I'm really fine risking this. We're still above the 20 EMA, solidly above the 20 EMA still. But this is a good place for a reversal, in my opinion. But I'm holding strong. I got panda hands, panda grip. In my opinion, we're just so close to trapping on the daily. It's just, if we trap, it's just, man. And we're also still clearly above the 20 EMA. I'm gonna keep this, as long as we're above the 20 EMA, I'm gonna keep at the pivot that is closest to the 20 EMA. Like lowest and closest to the 20 EMA. So under the 20 EMA, but closest to the 20 EMA. I think that's a good place for the pivot low as we manage this uptrend, strong uptrend. We hit the measure move again, but this time rejected right off of it. We have an H4 setting up soon. We're still in uptrend, pandas. I'm just riding this up. 20 EMA starting to flatten out a little bit. I'm still riding this comfortably here. H4 possibly on the 2K chart. I might come out on this H4 on the 2K chart. I think it'll spike me out. I could salvage about $300, $400. Alright, I'm coming out on this H4. If it triggers, I'm coming out on this H4 on the 2000 tick chart. Let's come out on the trap on the H4. If there's H4 traps, or L4 traps here. I'm okay with this, losing like 1.5 points, but potential trap on the L4. If the L4 traps, then, you know, that's kind of like where you want to go long if the L4 fails. But like I said, this is where the major trend reversal is. Break of trend, and then new high, which we had here. And so this is why I'm starting to trail my stop loss even closer than I was before. Because of potential, I'm just gonna keep it one tick under this pivot low here. And this is why I'm starting to move my stop loss up. Because I'm seeing signs of a major trend reversal. But we're still going up, pandas. We're still going up. Still going up. Let's break yesterday's high. Ooh, spike back down. It's having a hard time breaking this measure move. But we're vibing. We're chilling. No risk here almost. Right? It's maybe $300 right here. Currently you can't see it, but you can see how much this runner is worth. The bottom here, you can see it. It might be blocked actually here. I'll raise it a little bit, but you can see with at this the square on the bottom here how much this runner is worth at this point. It's at 2,625. We're still going up, pandas. I'm gonna start trailing one tick below the previous candle here. I'm gonna try to milk this as much as possible. Milking this. And we're just chilling on the 2K chart. Very small candle here. We're just so close to last trading day's close high. Once we hit this high, if we break above this high, whew, I don't know what's gonna happen. I feel like it's gonna just burst upwards. I'm gonna keep it here. I have to keep this down here so you can see how much this runner's worth. Currently $2,625. Putting it one tick below every single candle now. I'm okay with losing this. Alright, I'm out. Runner stop out. Pandas, 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 pandas. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Hey, we began this stream with a monster runner. And I'm okay with that. I like that profit I got. The measure move. Decided to hold it. Start to see signs of a major trend reversal with an L4 setup, and I just did not like that. But potentially, once we break above this high here, this thing can keep going up another 10 points at least, in my opinion. But my hands are too weak, and I decided to come out there because I saw the signs of a major trend reversal. Perhaps I could have just kept it, you know, at the trap point for this L4, just in case the L4 trapped here, but I'm okay with this. Hindsight bias is always 2020. Could have made a little bit more. Could have milked this more. It's all good, pandas. Hey, I'm cool with that. Where are we at? We're at 2,725. That is with one runner, 2 contract runner. That's just how it is, you know, pandas. Just stick to the plan. Stick to the plan, pandas. El Jimmy says, gonna buy Mrs. Panda something nice? I should. After all the panda treats she gives me every day. But the idea is, I know it's 2,000, you know, whatever, some dollars, but it's a drop in the bucket. Drop in the bucket. Could have milked it a little bit more, but maybe maybe next time if I do this, just keep it 1 point under the previous candle to see if we keep trapping upwards. Because the more traps we have, the more potential this can explode. And so if I just kept it like 1 point under, and then, you know, potential miss like the $100, but I will still be in this trade essentially. So I think next time I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna keep my a 1 point stop loss underneath the signal candle or signal bar, just so I can stay in any potential traps afterwards. Especially when we're so close to a magnet like that. But yeah, I didn't like how the started going sideways. And plus the runner is, I think I managed that in a way where I'm happy with. I'm very happy with the way I managed that. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hey, pandas. You know what time it is. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah, happy I traded that way because right there hit that perfect scalp. So I've been stopped out right there, which is actually less than what I had. Alright, Panda, sorry. I was so focused on the charts. Let me quickly, for the newcomers here, go over what's happening on the stream because you're just wondering, is that a panda? Is that panda really trading? For those who are new to the stream, welcome. I'm Baba Money. In this stream, we trade pure price action here. See, good thing I managed. I try to milk it as much as possible. I think I milked it right. Even though this could keep going up, but that is around the place where I would be happy with to get out, just in case. But in this stream, we trade only one single instrument, the E-mini futures. And we typically trade the 2000 tick chart. So I trade only one instrument here on this stream, and I trade only one single setup, the two-legged pullback. A, B, C, 2 legs down, right? It's a pattern that looks like this. Call it A, B, C pattern as well. We like to enter into the reversal. We like to enter here or here at key areas such as moving averages, support resistance levels, channels. And so for instance, for that runner, this trade was a 2-legged pullback. We trade pure price action here. So we have A, B, C, 2 pushes down. And on the reversal, I entered 1 tick above this signal bar. And with that 1 tick, I also was able to get a runner because you can see, right, there's a gap here. So my runner didn't get stopped out. And the way I measured this runner, how far I think it would go, is I put a 1 tick, right, where I enter, and the risk that most swing traders are willing to take, and that's around exactly where it is. If I make it exact, it's not exactly right now. Exactly 1 tick above, exactly 1 tick below. And you can see this horizontal line is exactly where people start to take their profits right here, right here, right here. And this could honestly still keep going up. But I'm happy with those profits. In my mind, if it keeps going up, then I'm just looking for another scalp. I'll just enter again. So I'm okay with that runner. And I'm ready to enter again if we start getting good setups. But we have to find that setup because it's greater than 90% probability if the context is right. The market loves to move in twos. And so once the market moves in twos, we like to join in with the institutions and try to scalp out. Since we trade only pure price action here, I have very few indicators. I have the 20 EMA, solid blue line, the 240 SMA, this dashed line, and I have an indicator that automatically counts legs and identifies second entries or 2-legged pullbacks. And so all these numbers here are counting legs, and with the simple color scheme, you can identify quickly what a 2-legged pullback is. And so with dark green or dark red numbers are two-legged pullbacks. And see, you can see with this diamond here on the right of the graph of the chart that we have, it tells you exactly what type of leg the next leg will be. And so we see here that this will be a first entry because this is a pink diamond. It's not a dark red or dark green diamond. And so we know this is a first entry coming here. If this was a dark red diamond, then we'll know it's a second entry. And then once the price hits the diamond, then you'll see the number go to the top of the candles. I'm gonna keep this here just because that seemed like a critical spot, this measure move. So I'm gonna keep it here just for reference, this horizontal line. I really do think, like, I probably could put one tick or one contract above this blue line here, and I probably can make a nice scalp here. Like, I'm willing to do that. If this comes back up here and breaks above, the reason why is because if you look at the daily, this daily right now is trapping traders. So on the daily, I have a 10-point configuration for a scalp on the daily. And so you can see, I just saw pandas, L4 on the daily. Amazing for scalp. L4 again on the daily, huge swing here. So even on the daily, right, since it's price action, we can find these two-legged pullbacks. For instance, we have this two-legged pullback here, A, B, C. And traders thought this is going to really go far down. And so a lot of traders went in here on the second entry. But little did they realize of the uptrend that we were in, plus above the 20 MA. And once this breaks above yesterday's high, or sorry, Friday's high, we can see that we have a trap, potential trap setting up here. And so this is why on my 2K chart, I mark the last trading day's close, which is this dash line, last trading day's high, which is this teal line, and last trading day's low, which is this red line. So I have all of that marked for us. So when it breaks above this line here, I'm ready for this thing to just, I'm almost willing just to put one contract here, and I'll try to manage it. But we'll see if we get there. I have one contract here. I'm feeling good, man. I think I'm just gonna be like trading one contract today, just cause I already won. I already won today, man. So I'm gonna just try to play loose, and I'll be trading one contract. I'll be keeping it simple here. But one contract's still a lot. You can still lose, your entire bankroll with one contract. But we're gonna manage this as best as we can. That was a two-legged pullback off the 20 MA. A, B, C. Two-legged pullback off the 20 MA. Showing how strong this uptrend is, because this is a major trend reversal pattern, but it's failing, currently failing. Hey, by the way, if you want to know more information about this indicator, you can check out the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. Alright, pandas. Let's go over some of your chats here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Daniel says, so you're going long at 41.86. I'm going long at 41.85.25. Because this is the trap trigger. The daily, on the daily, the trap will trigger one tick above this blue dash line. Mo7sin asks, Baba Money, hey, have you tried the strategy on forex? I have. But the thing is, on this channel, or for me, I typically scalp, and so I'm used to scalping. And so when I started trading forex, mainly the Euro USD, and I tried to trade two-legged pullbacks, I actually had a really hard time because it's very difficult to scalp on the forex charts because the spreads are so bad. Now, if I were to do forex again, I would definitely have to do swing trading. And so if I were to do forex, I might look back into forex, but I'm going to just have to adjust the strategy to be able to swing trade instead of just scalp. I have my order right here. Kevin Fan, I already addressed that 10 points. Kellyanne, yep, addressed that already. Let's go, let's go. Good morning, Megan. Welcome back. Super Salty Peanut, welcome back. Why not bring your stop higher? I think I discussed that already. Are these a little bit old? Brandon Jones' H4. I think that H4 is gone. Or we could be talking about this H4 or L4. Velocity asks, do you only trade the ES? Yes, I do. I trade only the ES. I'm just so comfortable with the ES. Kellyanne says, congrats. That is a nice runner. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, by the way, on this channel, if anyone posts, any profits or winnings on the chat, or even if you see me making any profits, we always try to congratulate each other on this channel. Because them making profits, me making profits has zero effect on you. Zero effect on you. If anything, it just pushes you to be a better trader. And so we celebrate anyone make gains in this on the stream. Speedy Boy says, laugh aloud, just open your live trading scene. 2K plus up. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hey, we're going to increase that. Increase the gains. Once this hits, like I was saying, Pandas, I wanted to see this hit, and I think it's going to be a 10 point scalp here. Easy, in my opinion, easy. But I like that, and I think I'm just going to keep scalping until we get there. So I'm okay with scalping out with all this profit here, because I'm just looking for new trades to enter. Dregs asks, what pair is this? It's the E Mini. It's not a pair, it's a future. Ryan Schmidt asks, what's a Pikachu? Jason already answered the question. Jason, the greatest mod of all time. SW Blaze says, hey, got a point on the trap. Let's go, baby. That's for you, SW Blaze. Congrats. Tanner Neal says, good morning, Panda. Nice runner. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Como, hello. What's your actual capital on this account? I don't know how much more clear I can make it, but if you look in the bottom left of your screen, you can see exactly how much money is in this account. I started with 5,000, and this is my small account journey, and this is where I'm at right now. I'll also give you the starting date. Nice, nice, Roy. I mean, I don't mind. You guys can talk Dutch as much as you want. Rudy asks, you doubled your money in 1 month. Is that with stocks? It's actually with futures. It's not technically a stock. It's a futures. But the futures basically coincide with the S&P 500, which is a stock. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I'm waiting for this trap to hit. When this trap hits, I'm thinking I'm gonna scalp up pretty quick. Yeah, let's get that bamboo. Forget bread. It's all about that bamboo. Let's go, baby. Sean McDougall asks, curious, would you say you're a more Orthodox Christian or Gnostic? I'm Reformed. I'm Reformed. When you say Orthodox Christian, I'm not exactly sure what you mean by, like, you could be talking about Greek Orthodox, which I'm not. I'm Protestant. Reformed Presbyterian. Sorry, just going over chats. I was just so focused on the charts. Hey Pandas, let's get that 300 likes. We're only at 83. We got 277 concurrent viewers. We can do better than that, Pandas. Let's get that 300 likes AM Whiskey Gold challenge. And that's why I drink whiskey, because I'm a Presbyterian. Rationale Rule says, Mighty Fine Tracer. Thank you, thank you. Woo, let's go, baby. I'm in this trade. I mean, it's, in my opinion, it's going to scalp out. I'm not even worried. I'm just gonna let this scalp out real quick. I don't think I'm worried. But as you can see, this is one tick above Friday's close, and so I think I'm gonna be able to scalp out here, trapping out all the people on the daily. Pandas. Shannon too, welcome back. Yeah, make it rain, making it rain. Oh, that's what the emoticon. Let's go, baby. Pandas. I should have put a runner on that one, but let's go, baby. Just like that, $50. I should have put a runner if I think about it. And put the runner at 10 points because I think I can get that 10 points with that runner. But we'll see. I'm not sure. I could still be riding my 2 contracts, but I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Like I said, that one tick above yesterday's close on that trap trade. This on the daily, like I think it's a bull trend day today, and the trap traders right here, they're feeling some serious pain, and this could be the thing that just propels us to keep going up higher, continuing this bull market. Yeah, that's painful for man, that's painful for any bears here. They're trapped on this daily. Oh my, very painful in my opinion for them. Alright, runner has been stopped out, so I'm cool with that. It's all good. Saint Demon says, what do you think about leverage trading cryptocurrencies? I actually do not know much about that. I can look into that. Twee means, are you live every day? I have been pretty consistent. I've been pretty much live every day. Every once in a while I won't go live because I do have a full-time job. And so sometimes my personal life, my actual real life, apart from being a panda, gets in the way. Phil W just got a scalp on that second entry long right here. Congrats, Phil W. See the second entry? Strong uptrend off the 20 EMA. We do have a doji bar here, a little risky, but on the strong uptrend, seeing no closes underneath the 20 EMA, I think that's a good trade, solid trade. Congrats. Congrats, Phil W. We're just scalping the E-mini right now. Tweet means, could you please put your settings in chat? Thank you. I have a video on my channel. If you search Ninja Trader settings, you can see basically how I set up everything. Daniel, guys, just hit that long. Use the 4-point stop. Let's go, baby. Vamos, baby! I love that. Vamos, baby. I never thought my motto would be translated in Spanish. Kaja Egi. Hey, Steve Y. Steve Y. Kaja Egi. Oh, that's Korean for those who don't know. Let's go, baby. And you guys are killing in the chat, man. Thanks for the chat. You guys are you're just alive today. Today's a good day, pandas. Man, I'm just chilling, man. Like, honestly, I'm just chilling here. I'm just gonna look for a good setup here, and I'm really just vibing now. We're chilling, pandas. What we have here is spike, channel, and then now another spike, channel, and each channel is getting lower and lower. We're showing some loss of momentum and should typically go into trading range. But in my opinion, the fact that this outside bar was created on the trap like that, yeah, I'm expecting this to be a bull trend day. But I mean, the range that we have is pretty much a typical day's range. So we'll see. SW Blaze got that point with you, but I didn't copy your trade. Let's go, baby. Of course you didn't copy my trade. You can't copy my trades. I'm a panda. Hey, by the way, if you're finding a delay that's more than 20 seconds, like every YouTube stream is pretty much has an inherent 20-second delay. But if you're finding your delay is more than 20 seconds, make sure that live button is red. And if that live button is red and you still feel more than 20-second delay, watch in 2x speed until it catches up. Amit asks, what are all the indicators you're using on your chart? Glitch asks, you use NinjaTrader Broker? Look at the frequently asked questions in the description below. It goes over my setup. But, like I said in the introduction, if you rewind a little bit, the indicators I use 20 EMA, 240 SMA. I also have the prior OHLC, but I only put the high, close, and the low on, like that's the only ones I use. I just figured that the close and the open are so close together, I just use the close. And also, of course, the custom indicators here, the two-legged pullback. You can find more information about two-legged pullback indicator on the bottom right of your screen. You can see the URL. We do have a Pikachu here, but a little far from the 20 EMA. I would like it to come back down a little bit more. And we're at the top of this channel here on Spiking channel. Like I wouldn't mind going short here on this Pikachu because it's actually an L4. If the L4 hits and it traps the Pikachu, I'll be interested in actually going short there because of the L4 setup. But yeah, so the indicator counts all legs automatically for us because we're looking for two-legged pullbacks. So it's important for us to have leg counts. So if you look closely here on this diamond, you see that there's a dark green number inside this magenta box. That's how I know it's a Pikachu so quickly. Like I'm not here calculating, okay, is this a trap? Is this also a second inch long? I just know it automatically because of a magenta box with a dark green number. And so this dark green number means that if this triggers, this is a two-legged pullback. As you can see, we have an A, B, C pattern here. And so once it reverses here, this will be a second entry long. That's what that dark green number is right there. You know, I should take some time to flex this indicator because I think this indicator is so helpful. You know, it's a tool that I just use all the time. And for me, it's hard to trade without now. You know, just because I can like identify second entries, just like second nature by now. But the fact that the indicator, you know, can just take all that hard work out for me, that in itself is enough. But also you have alerts. Also you have things like L4, H4 setups. That's actually very hard to count, right? It's very hard to count actually up to 4 when you're looking at the entire chart. You know, you're not really thinking, okay, this is 4 pushes up now, you know. But with the number here, you know that this is 4 pushes up on this 4, as you can see. 1 push up here, 2 up here, 3 pushes up, 4 pushes up. So we know here that this is 4 pushes up, and we like to go into the opposite of that trade, and end up here making a L5 setup. But with a 4-point stop loss, you would have been, you know, you've been safe there. This is a Pikachu, but I'd be more interested in the reversal of this Pikachu if it traps the L4 on this Pikachu. We have 4 pushes up again. 1 push up here, 2 pushes up here, 3, and then if this triggers, 4 pushes up. As you can see, this 4 has moved down here now, and we see it's a dark green 4. That means it's a second entry long, and it's a Pikachu. Strong uptrend, but because of the L4 setup, and because we're at the top of this channel, on this spiking channel, I'm not interested in going long. A little too tight here for me. Not my trade. Not my trade. A lot of people will take this trade though, you know, but terrible signal bar as well, right? The OG signal bar. And if this makes a point, that's fine. I mean, almost anything can make a point. I mean, it's not hard to find what can make a point. What's hard is actually to identify all the things that will stop it from making a point, so that you can see the probability a little more accurately. So if I saw this probability, I don't know, maybe 70, 70% chance to make 1 point. 75% chance. Too far from the 20 MA. Bad signal bar. Might hit its head on top of this channel, the spiking channel. It is a Pikachu though. Man, it feels good today. Man, I'm already done. You know, in terms of like my mindset, I'm just like, what a runner, what a runner. I fell asleep. I just had the runner up and I fell asleep thinking, hey, it might trap today on the daily, so I'm just gonna keep this runner and see how I can go. And voila, I woke up and I was like, I didn't care if I was stopped out or not, you know, because I had it at break even. My stop loss at break even, and so I was like, okay, if I stop out, that's fine. We do have an L4 set up here. Barely enough room back down to yesterday's high or Friday's high. That's very, very, this can act as support here. That's a very, very sketchy trade in my opinion as well, but this is another Pikachu. I'm sitting on my hands here. But I think this has a 80% chance to make a point, in my opinion. But I'm looking for 90% or greater. RB says, I have a time difference. It's because your stream is probably delayed. Falcon 1, did you say it's a Pikachu on the daily? It's not a Pikachu on the daily. It's a trap on the daily. Yeah, L Jimmy, 2 times coffee speed. When you watch 2x speed, it goes crazy. Madison T says, it's a great indicator. I'm using TDU price action indicator, but thinking of switching to yours. Much appreciated. Jason says, Madison T, if you buy the deluxe indicator, you also get access to community Discord. And that's the thing about the deluxe. So a lot of people buy the standard, you know, just because they're like, what's the point? I don't need automated trading. I don't need those things that the deluxe offers. But the thing is, you know, the deluxe with the community alone, the Discord community, like hundreds of traders in there. After the stream, you know, where would you find me? You know, how would you directly contact me? On the Discord. You know, so I'm there on the Discord, and I put up some setups throughout the day off stream, after the stream, and so seeing this trapped again. Now this has a very high chance to make a point going upwards, but still, I don't like this. I don't like this price action. Really choppy right here. SW Blades, a TOS indicator. That was the very first indicator I ever made when it came to trading. So I started with Thinkorswim but I never actually traded live on Thinkorswim. I only traded on Thinkorswim because they had free futures free live futures data, and you get access to it if you have Thinkorswim, and so that makes a point. Beautiful. I was actually tempted there, but I typically don't like going long at the top of channels like this. You know, it's just in me not to go long when I'm at the top of a channel. It just doesn't make sense to me. But we're in such a strong uptrend, like it's just ignoring this. But anytime it could come back down to the 20 MA, right? Anytime it can come back down to the bottom of this channel. And so for me, like, even though we're in an uptrend and this was a long trade, not every long trade is created equal, even on the uptrend. There are better setups here. But yeah, well, once that reversed again and it hit a third Pikachu in a row, that's a pretty good setup in and of itself. But yeah, I practiced on Thinkorswim, and then when I actually went live, I went to NinjaTrader. So I created the indicator first on Thinkorswim because I wanted to help me. You know, that's when I first began. That's when I first found out about this strategy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is where my original profit target was on my runner. Let's see if we get it. I don't mind missing all this stuff. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another $1,000 missed, right? A little more than that, $1,005, like $1,500 missed here on that runner, but it's all good. I like how I managed it, regardless. For me, I wanted to enter more scalps if they're available, but no opportunities right now. You know, that's too extended right there. A little too hard for me to trade that, in my opinion. Let's see if I'm missing a broader channel here. I don't think so. But like I said, on the daily, since it trapped on the daily, this really can go up. This really can go up a lot. Kellyanne asks, how can we upgrade to deluxe? Contact support at twoleggedpullback.com, and they'll set you up to just pay the difference, and you can upgrade from standard to deluxe. Operator, hey, congrats, man. Congrats. Hey, this is for you. Congrats. Operator says, trading micros today and up 57 on the day. It ain't 2K, but gotta start somewhere. Am I right? So, 57 on the micros is equivalent to 570 on the minis. You know, and the whole idea about micros is just being profitable to get used to spotting the setup. The nice thing about it is that if you can spot the setup on the MES, you can spot the setup on the ES. And so, you know, people are so like in a rush to just become profitable traders. You know, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. It's not easy. Obviously, when I, you know, put the channel up and I go over, hey, I'm trading only one single instrument, only one single setup, and it sounds like, okay, it must be super easy. Well, even if those two things are correct, it's still not easy. It's still very hard. You know, you're talking about you're trading against, you know, the best, smartest people in the world, and if you think it's gonna be easy to make money, you're fooling yourself, in my opinion. Falcon One, you talked me out of taking that trade. Trade at your own risk. I'm just a panda. Don't let my words talk you out of anything. What I'm just talking is what I'm observing, and that's what I saw in the price action. I saw that we were close to this top of this channel here. Very clear spike in channel, in my opinion, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 hits on this trend line, and so because of that, I didn't want to trade it right into that trend line. Feel free, be my guest if you want to, but that I didn't want to, and that's exactly why. 10 points here after the trap triggered on the daily. I'm thinking it's gonna hit pretty easily, but I just scalped out that one contract just because, like, for me in my mind, I'm like, okay, if you're gonna give me free money, I'll take it. This to me is not the free money, right? The 10 points. I think it's a very high chance getting there, obviously now, but right down here, you're not sure if you're gonna get up here, right? When you're down here, right? When all you see in the, you know, the charts, you see this, you don't know if you're gonna come way up here. But notice how strong the 20 EMA is, right? We still have not traded under the 20 EMA. It's been a very long time. The last time we traded under it was way over here. We closed one time underneath it, and ever since then, we really haven't closed underneath it at all. You might consider that, but that's like right on the border. And when you're above the 20 EMA like that, you're knowing you're strong uptrend. Aspination, let's go, baby. Are you talking about this one right here? Aspination said he took the second entry long at the EMA earlier, and my runner's still going. I mean, this runner still be going. This is this beautiful two-legged pullback here. First pullback, first entry, second pullback. By the way, if you want more information about the setup here, you can check out the description below. There's a couple playlists going over the details of identifying second entries. All a runner here. Congrats, Aspect Nation. Let's go, baby. 2 points away from my original target for my runner. This is exactly where I thought I was going to go, because I thought if it trapped, we're going to get at least 10 points above, making a nice scalp on the daily. And we are so close to there, pandas. But hey, actions speak louder than words. My hands are too weak. I had bamboo hands, and I stopped out right here at the measure move. But, could have kept it, but my thinking was, this could possibly reverse something. Something happened. We had a major turn reversal, but I should have took in consideration we were still clearly above the 20 MA. And that's a hard thing about runners. It depends on how aggressive you want to be when you want to manage them. And you can manage them really conservatively and just keep putting under every swing. For me, I wanted to hit my target, which was the first target, which was 2 times the risk reward, which is this horizontal line of my original trade. 2 times the risk reward, again right here. This is 2 times the risk reward, and this is why I have this horizontal line right here. And I wanted to hit, and once it hit, I wanted to start trailing it, because once something like the risk reward is hit, then it could reverse. So I just wanted to trail it and just protect my profits. But look at this, 1 tick away from my original target. When I first started the stream, I had my, if you rewind it, I had my stop limit or my profit target right here, 10 points above this yesterday's high, and it hit it. It just hit my profit target. Amazing, absolutely amazing, amazing. Price action is king. Price action is truly king. Tell me what indicator, tell me what, what strategy I told you to think that we're gonna come way up here. Price action is king. Well, let's go, baby. Just chilling, I'm just chilling. $109 likes. Come on, pandas, you can do better than that. Make sure you hit that like button. We're just reading the price action here. Ooh, now the scalp is made. This thing is just on a tear. The daily is just destroyed all of these bears that were trapped. It just absolutely murdered them. Pandas, that's scary. Whew. That's nice, man. It's nice. Once we hit that 10 points after the trap, really anything can happen. I'm not sure what's gonna happen after this. I just know the trap scalps out. Let's see what happens. Traps can typically be very strong indications of a trend, and so. But yeah, I'm not trading anything here. I'm not trying to go short, nor am I trying to go long at this point. Just watching this market, just reading it, just charting it for you guys, charting it for myself as well. Spike and channel overshoot. We can overshoot to the other side. I really think this measure move can be a nice little support here if we do come back down to it. After that scalp was made at 10 points, we're starting to reverse a little bit here. So pandas, on my daily chart, I decided to use 10 points as the scalp calculation, for the scalp calculation on the daily, just because, just trying to do the math, it's around 10 points to be a scalp on the daily. And so the magenta boxes show you second entries that didn't make 10 points. We have an L4 here, right? L4 here, right? On the reversal, amazing swing. L4 here as well, amazing swing, good signal bar, amazing. Coming back to the 20 EMA. This is the daily chart, by the way. This is the beautiful thing about price action. Like, you can use this strategy on any instrument. This pandas, look how tricky this one is. This is so tricky. This is why you gotta recognize what market cycle you're in. So the trading range indicator, which can also be found on the official website www.twoleggedpullback.com, uses pure price action to identify trading ranges. And so we have the trading range began way back here, and it adjusts over time, but we can see that we've been in the trading range. And this is why it's important to recognize what market cycle you're in, because look at this two-legged pullback on the daily. A, B, C, right here. And this is like almost a dream setup if you were to go long. I mean, you could go long and actually make a point still, but for even 10 points, couldn't make 10 points because the market cycle was in a trading range, actually. The trading range was recognized way back here, right? In the beginning of this, where the trading range indicator begins, the trading range indicator recognized the trading range way back here, and it recognized the market cycle we were in, and because of that, that's how dangerous that trade is. Traps right there. But if I saw that trade like this, you know, like on any other chart, I would say I would be salivating for a two-legged pullback, right, to go long there. Very interesting seeing the price action on the daily. Alright, coming back. I think we did overshoot this channel. I think we're gonna come back in and overshoot to the downside. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. But that's what typically happens on channel, right? You overshoot one side, you come back down to the other side and overshoot it. Someone said 10K might have a Pikachu. I don't see it on the 10K chart. Wait, this is a 10K chart. 10K setting up maybe Pikachu or reversal. Not sure if I see it on the 10K chart, Daniel Eyes. So this is also another reason why this is going up so much, because you had a head and shoulders pattern right here on the 10K chart. But the head and shoulders pattern breaks down but fails to break down. And when it reverses, it's typically a very strong reversal. We're breaking up to the other side now of the head and shoulders. Failed head and shoulders setup, causing this opposite reaction. In my opinion, right, look at the 5-minute. Throughout the day, you will typically come back to the 20 EMA on the 5-minute throughout the regular trading hours. I don't know if I've seen a day that once the market is open, that the 5-minute does not come back to the 20 EMA at least once, in my opinion. Like, I think it should come back to at least one time in the regular trading hours. But of course, nothing is certain, but it's just likely. Likely we're going to come back down to 20 EMA sometime today, in my opinion. And this is the 5-minute chart, by the way. Okay, we're just on this channel though. We're still respecting this channel. Like ascending channel to another ascending channel. Just keep going up. Never stop. Oh, Daniel says, okay. Kern says, I have a different chart, ES 200 tick or 2000 tick. I reloaded my data, my historical data right off the beginning of the stream, so I think I'm at the most up to date. You might want to check yours, Kern. By the way, welcome back, Kern. Good morning. KY Botek Fit. Want to go long, but market didn't get the chance yet, so I'm going to sit on my hands. 2 farm 20 EMA of 5 minutes for me, and that is a wise move. That is a wise move. If it doesn't fit your strategy, and if you don't feel comfortable trading, do not take the trade. Simple as that. It sounds simple, but it's very hard to do because we get FOMO all the time. Get Your Bone says, Brooks says 90 minutes in, we have seen the higher low for the day 90% of the time. And that could be true. I think on trending days though, that's a little harder to say. But because most days are trading range days, typically within 90 minutes, because most days are trading range days, then you'll see the highs or lows in the first 90 minutes. But on a trending day, like you might not see it to like the end of the day, the high. That could possibly happen. And that's why he says 90%, because to have strong trend days, like very strong trend days, like maybe today is like one of those really strong trend days, that happens about 10% of the time. SW Blaze says, instead of 2 channels, could it be a 2-tier channel? I'll try to mark the 2-tier channel here. I mean, to do that, I would have to go here. Yeah, for me, the 2-tier channel for me, some people make channels like based off like random things. Like for instance, if they saw this spiking channel, they will extend this. Oops, sorry. How do I do this? To bring this down like this. Yeah, it'll be something like this. And they would raise it so like this. So this middle line now, right now it's a 2-tier channel. So this middle line is the middle, the bottom here, and the top here. So, but actually, let's look at this. This is not a bad channel here. There we go. All right, Pans, I think I found the channel. Let's go, baby. That's a good channel. I like this channel. Coming back to the 10-point scalp on the daily, we're not done yet, pandas. Pandas. Hey, when you uptrend, you uptrend. This is like one of those days when you're like, man, if I just held a runner for the entire day, I would have made way more money than I did. And this might be one of those days, right? Because I had the runner from here. If I just held it to the end of the day, I might just be making way more money than just trying to like manage it and then scalp throughout the day. It's all good, pandas. I'm feeling good though. I'm feeling real good. Maram Atashi asks, for 5-minute charts, we should use 20 EMA? Yes. For every chart, I always use 20 EMA and the 240 SMA. Doesn't matter what chart it is. Price action is price action. One thing though I will say is I do have a hard time trading in the overnight session, the 5-minute. I feel more comfortable trading the tick charts on the overnight session because the volume is so low. The 5-minute can actually, it's very hard, I think, in my opinion. Because you can do a lot of traps on the 5-minute. It's purely based on, time, price and time. But for like tick charts, I feel way more comfortable trading overnight session because it's based on volume. Pretty much based on volume and price action. So it just takes longer for the bar to finish. But in terms of like the price action, I think it's a little more accurate to read. That's just my opinion. Not looking to go short here, but kind of hard to find a long here as well. Scott Hubbard says, that is way too much of an ulcer holding that long. LOL. I mean, yeah, it was pretty stressful. Because in your mind, you're like, runners, when people say like runners is free money, in a sense it's kind of true. It's true in the sense where it's you most likely will not lose on your original, investment. You will not lose on your original capital. And so in terms of free money in that sense, right? You won't lose because you typically move your stop loss to break even or break even plus one or whatever. But when it comes to free money, it's not true at all. People think it's other people's money. No, it's actually all your money. Once your runner goes and you see the unrealized gains, that's your money. And when that goes down, you just lost your money. And so that's why it's important to protect profits and so that's why runners are stressful. But I think for me it helped me. So like when it was like up here, and I was thinking, man, is this a major trend reversal? Like, what can happen if it comes back down to stop me out? I would have lost potentially like $2,000 that I had unrealized gains in. So it's important to be able to manage your runners well. For me, I wanted to hit my first price target, which was this measure move. And once it hit and it started to show some of this like consolidation here, I started to trail my stop loss way, way closer. But maybe I should have taken consideration, we still didn't even break below the 20 EMA. And maybe I should have waited for a break below the 20 EMA before thinking of coming to reversal. Because typically what happens when the 20 EMA breaks, there's another new high that gets made, and then that new high, then it will reverse. So it's pretty much like very low risk. But hey, I'm happy with my my 2,000 plus runner here. SW Blaze asks, do you use smaller ticks overnight? I don't. I just keep it 2,000 ticks. I keep everything the same. Phil W says, wondering why you use the 20 EMA. Hey Tanner, have a good day at work. Thanks for joining the stream while you could. Phil W asks, wondering why you use 20 EMA. I think Mac uses 21 EMA. This is Al Brooks' suggestion. Yeah. Al Brooks uses the 20 EMA, so I use the 20 EMA. Brandon Jones says, in my opinion, it doesn't make that much of a difference since it is just the average of 21 versus 20 bars. I use 21 EMA. It really knows the difference when comparing to Bye Money's chart. I will say right now, I am so impressed that in that entire sentence, I don't think there were any like spelling errors or grammar mistakes. Brandon Jones, good job, man. Let's go, baby. He wrote almost an entire paragraph with no mistakes. That is so rare on the internet. How many contracts would you ideally like to trade? 5 or 10? Kellyanne, it really depends on the amount of risk you want to take, how aggressive you want to be. Since I've already done this many times, and I've come to a point where I took 5 contracts, like even for me, this trade right here that I took was a 4 contract trade. And that's because there was a point in time I was trading 5 contracts and I was very comfortable with that. But because of my capital, and I'm just trying to grow this account, I did a 4 contract trade here and I scalped out 2. Right, I scalped out 2 for 2 points. And then I also had a runner with the other 2 contracts, and that's what you saw when I started the stream. So how much money should you really use? I mean, really, if you want to be really safe, like for me, I know I say I have a small account journey, and I'm trading only 1 contract, but even 1 contract on a $5,000 e-mini account, that's, in terms of risk, that's pretty risky, especially because I do a 4-point stop loss. And so every trade you can lose potentially $200, and that's about what, a $5,000 account. That's about, can't do the maths. Math's so hard. Was it 12.5% of your what is that? 200 divided by 5,000. It's about 4% of your entire capital, and so yeah, I'm not really like advocating, you should start with $5,000 and then trade one E-mini. It's because I've been trading for a while now, and that's why I felt confident that I could do it with that much. But I mean, realistically, if you really want to be safe, technically you should be risking maybe 1 to 2% on every trade on your entire capital. And so you're talking about 1 to 2%, let's say 2% max, then for $200, 2%, which makes $200 is what? I mean, that's pretty bad. That's like a 40K account or 20K account for one E-mini, basically, or 10K account for one E-mini contract. So for every 10K, you can trade one E-mini. Oh, Kellyanne, oh, I see. So if I feel very confident, so the thing about this strategy, okay, so Kellyanne says, I mean, if you had proper risk reward, I noticed you went for 10 contracts last week. The reason why I went 10 contracts last week is because we had a setup like we had right here. It was on a daily, and the market was coming back up on the daily, and it was about to trigger above this to create a second entry higher low setup here. And so I took 10 contracts off that scalp because for me it was such a high probable trade, and so for me I thought it was worth the risk, right? I was willing to risk about what? That's about $2,000. Is that around? Yeah, $2,000, right, for $500. In my opinion, it was worth it because of how high of a probable trade that was. And that's the thing about this strategy. We're not trying to find the most setups. We're trying to find the best setups, because our plan is not to increase, right, the amount of reward we get. We want to increase the amount of contracts we take per trade as our capital grows. Get Your Bone says, I only risk about a max 40%. My panda. Kevin Fennell says, in poker, they like to talk about 2% max risk to minimize risk of ruin. Saint Demon, hey, thanks Jason. Saint Demon asked, I googled ES asset. You have to look for ES futures. We're trading ES futures here. So for me, even to trade, like 4 contracts with this, now 13.5K account, it's kind of a lot, right? It's still a lot. Still risking a lot per trade. Kellyanne, I've gone in as high as 12%, LOL, and lost. I think we've all been there. I've been there for sure. Alan asked, did you answer the overnight margin question? Did the margins go higher? Yes, they do. You can check out the official website, or Ninja Trader. 1 second, pandas. Sorry, pandas. I'm back. Mrs. Panda dropped off some panda treats, but she had to go somewhere. So I just had to see her off. Well, pandas, hey, it's actually 10:45. Let's end the stream soon. 127 likes. Pandas, you have been really weak on that like challenge. It's all good. Pandas can dream. I think one day we'll hit that 300 like goal. You guys will see the AM whiskey. But hey, thanks for joining this stream today, pandas. I'm just Pikachu 10K. Are you serious? Nah, it's a trap, not Pikachu. Pikachu is very rare on 10K chart. Daniel Eyes. I think you're talking about trap. Sergey, you joining now? Alright, pandas. I'm gonna wrap this stream up. Hey, let me know in the chat what you thought about this stream. Let me know in the chat. I'm just... That runner, it's been so long since I've had a runner like that. It's just nice. It's a good feeling, pandas. Pandas, have a good day. Trade safe. Let me know on the chat how you felt. Let me know in the chat with emoticons how you felt about the stream. Yeah. Hey, pandas, trade safe, please. Please trade safe, and as always, happy trading. God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow.